Fergus O'Reilly to take the kick out for St. Killians, and this one to drop out around the middle of the field. Ronan Hannon for Cavan Gaels to Tomas Gormley. Gormley to send it downfield. David Noonan got a touch to it. Killian Fee picked it up, supported by Paul Kinsella. Kinsella laid it inside, and David Noonan now into Barry Hanrahan. Hanrahan has it knocked away from him, and David Noonan pulling on it. Will Mickey Graham get a toe poke to it? It's knocked away by Stephen Smith, and it's Donald Traynor who picks it up, and Donald Traynor sends it up to Terry Farley. In the throw comes into challenge as Terry Farley's kick will bounce upfield, and Patrick Graham and Johnny combine, and it's Johnny who taps it out, and now it's Carol Deegan who gets it down to Andy McAvoy. McAvoy out along the Gaels right will drop it high down as David Noonan and Breen McHugh tussle for it. Mickey Graham will chase after it, looks around to see what's happening. The play continues as Mickey Graham's kick is half blocked down, and it's Paul Kinsella. Kinsella with a kick that's going in, going over the bar. It's now 9 points to 6. So 3 Gaels points there now in the last 6 or 7 minutes or so. That's bringing them back into the game. There's 3 between them, and there's almost 19 minutes played in the second half.
Come on, Killian!
St. Killian's Breen McHugh down in need of some attention, but he's not going to get that attention right now as the referee signals for the kick out to be taken, and Fergus O'Reilly obliges and gets it out for Terry Farley, grabs it. Terry tackled out there now by Killian Fee, and a free to St. Killian's. Up the field, Thomas Riley didn't hold on to it, and Mark Gillick is there, and Gillick's kick skewing off his boot, and that's John Smith. John Smith sending it through the middle. It's going to be picked up. It's not. The goalkeeper leaves it. I thought for a moment he was going to pick it up and clear it out. He decided to leave it and will take the kick out. Just about 10 minutes left in the game with 3 points between the sides. St. Killian's the leaders. And Terry Farley, the tall figure of Terry, winning possession, but Paul Kinsella blocking it down, getting the ball across, where it's booted upfield by Killian Smith to Niall Lynch. Niall Lynch laying it back to Thomas Riley. Riley setting off from the solo. Still going. Lays it out to Niall Lynch. Lynch with the kick. Lynch with the point. It's 10 points to 6. So Niall O'Riordan will take the kick out. Breen McHugh. Breen McHugh's kick is going out towards the side for Niall Lynch and Carol Deegan tussle, and it's gone out over the sideline off Niall Lynch and will be a line ball to Cavan Gaels. Carol Deegan is the one who's going to take it. Down to David Noonan. To Mickey Graham. Graham with the shot. And the point. It's 10 points to 7. 21 and a half minutes played in the second half.
On score for Park, offering 117, Kilkenny 5 points.
Oliver Galligan going into the game for Cavan Gaels. Killian Fee would appear to be going back into the defence, and Carol Deegan the one who's going off. Oliver Galligan in at right half forward, as Fergus O'Reilly's kick will come out towards the middle of the field, and it's Mark Leddy who gets it for Cavan Gaels. He gets the free as well, and sends it across where Brian McHugh intercepts for St. Killians, and Brian jabbing it out towards Mark Conway. And the Crow tussling there with them. The referee penalising the Gaels man, and there's a free to St. Killians on the halfway line, near to the halfway line anyway, far side, as it comes in now towards Terry Farley. Terry trying to release it. A number of bodies going in on it there. Eventually it will be picked up by Tomas Gormley. Gormley laying it back. David Noonan trying to stride forward with it. Get it in towards Mark Leddy. Leddy trying to round Martin McGovern and take the kick and takes a point. It's 10 points to 8 with 23 and a half minutes played in the second half. Fergus O'Reilly's kick. Andy McAvoy taps it down, and Paul Kinsella trying to move forward with it. Kinsella has a look, Kinsella has a shot, and he has a wide. Barry Hanrahan was calling for it in on the 20-metre line. Comes from Fergus O'Reilly and Terry Farley. A wet ball, but he's done some fine fielding today for St. Killians. He takes the free and sends it up now to Donald Traynor. Traynor, a fast-moving midfielder. I'm sure he's a fair to play in any position. And Endico into challenge. The support comes from Thomas Riley. Thomas turning, shooting and scoring. It's 11 points to 8. 5 minutes left in the game. Tyler Reardon prepares to take the kick out. Another sub getting ready to go into the Cavan Gaels team.
Into the Cavan team, Cathal Collins for Barry Hanrahan.
So Cathal Collins has gone into the Cavan Gaels team, and Barry Hanrahan, who started on the bench carrying an injury, took part for a while but has now been replaced as Stephen Smith and Mickey Graham tussle down there in the corner, and Stephen Smith's clearance has gone out over the sideline on the 45-metre line. Line ball to Cavan Gaels, and Killian free to take it. Killian dropping it in. And Cathal Collins trying to get it picked up. He's in possession, surrounded in there, still in possession. Free in to Cavan Gaels. And it's sent across the face of the goal. It was taken quickly. Mark Leddy got possession, took the shot, sent it wide. Now one of the St. Killian's players is down. There's Cavan Gaels players being spoken to. We wait and see what action, and we have a dismissal. Mark Leddy, with 3 minutes left in the game. Three points between the sides. And it's 14-man Cavan Gaels who trail by 3 points. Have to face 15-man St. Killians. St. Killian's also sending in a substitute there. Well, perhaps St. Killian's won't need the substitution after all. Stephen Smith back on his feet. So 3 points between the sides and 3 minutes left in the game, and it's 14 against 15. And it's Martin McGovern. That's Thomas Riley. David Noonan going in. Is this getting a little physical in the closing stages as Andy McAvoy now tries to rouse the Gaels. Jabs it across. Enda Crow from out the field will drop it in. Fergus O'Reilly takes it, and the cheers coming out over the sideline. Fergus O'Reilly gone down injured. Kilsella's kick has gone out over the end line and gone wide, and it remains 11 points to St. Killian. St. Killian's lead by 11 points to 8 as the man on the public address was keeping the people in touch with the Leinster hurling final. Lynch with the kick out, and David Noonan for Cavan Gaels, laying it across inside to Johnny Graham. Graham tapping it further on, and there's a shot and a point from Oliver Galligan. There's now 2 points between them. I make it that according to my timing there's over a minute or so left in the game. It will all depend on referee Tony Brady as to what time he may allow for stoppages. I had allowed some time in that. Tony having a good look at the watch. Perhaps by his timing that this might well be over. They play on. As St. Killian's with Garvin Hanley attacking up along the right. Patrick Graham back to challenge. Hanley's kick is going wide, and it's 11 points to 9. Time ticking away. The quick kick out. It's all over. It's all over. And St. Killian's on a scoreline of 11 points to 9. They'll be delighted with their victory, but a game that never really set the football world on fire. I said at the outset that the torrential rain in the early part of the day, well, it would make conditions very, very difficult. It did that. So it will be Martin McGovern who will come up onto the presentation stand to receive the cup, and St. Killian's crowned under 21 football champions of Cavan 1995. We would have liked the presentation area, but circumstances make it impossible for us. Right now, the County Board Chairman, Brendan Keeney, is getting ready to make the presentation. The best we can do is film it from the press box here. Perhaps the St. Killian's captain will turn round with the cup to hoist it in front of their supporters in the stand. Then we may get a good shot off it. So the presentation now being made by County Board Chairman Brendan Keeney.
I winning the 1995 almost 21 championship. I think that a lot of games in 1995 came here as the underdog, but I think on the day they were very deserving winners. Cavan Gaels, over the last number of years, has been putting in a tremendous lot of work at underage level, and I'm sure that they came here today very confident of winning. I want to commiserate with them on the defeat, and I'm sure that in the years ahead they will be back again. Killians were here in 1994 and went down by a couple of times to a very strong Gaelic team. But to make no mistake about it here today, team onwards, and on behalf of the Cavan County Board, I extend my congratulations to them, and it gives me great pleasure to present the 1995 Under-21 Championship Cup to Martin McGovern.
So Martin McGovern hoists the cup.
Martin McGovern.
I'd like to thank a lot of people for getting us here today. Jim McHugh, Charlie Downey, Edward Flynn and Aidan Conner. And it's not only them, it's the men that was over the Killians team for the last 5 or 6 years who built the foundation for this victory. There's a lot of guys that didn't play today that have played earlier rounds. And it's as much a victory for them as it is for us. Lastly, I'd like to commiserate the Cavan Gaels. I know it's an awful thing to lose the final, it happened to us last year. We come back again, we won it this year. Three cheers for Cavan Gaels. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. On behalf of the Cavan Gaels, I'd just like to thank the Killians for a great game, and I think the best thing on the day was we were coming here fairly confident, but I think we came a bit too confident, and the best team won it today. So I'd just like to thank them for the game, and let's commiserate with our players as well. But I know the younger boys in the team will be back here next year, and we'll be here supporting them. I'd like to thank Tim Brady of the Lakeside Manor for sponsoring me for today's question. Thank you.
So as the captains pose for their photographs down there, we might make our way down. It'll be a little bit of bedlam down in around the dressing room area for a while. We'll wait until the crowd slacken out, and perhaps we might be fit to have a word or two with one or two people. Captain with me here, Martin McGovern. Martin, congratulations. As I said at the outset, conditions were atrocious to play in. A dry sort of morning, torrential rain. Tell us about it.
The ball was very slippy, and the ground was very greasy. The ground was hard with a wet surface. You slide all over the place, and it feels hard to keep your feet. And when you would get the ball in your hand, the Gaels players are coming at you so hard, you didn't have time to look around at all to get clear. And so it left a lot of bad passes going up to the forwards. Left them having a fight for the ball, and a lot of bad player in the middle of the field. But luckily enough, we got the scores at the end of the day. Thank God for that.
The Gaels got off to a very lively start, but once St Killian settled down, they seemed to control things.
Yeah, their forwards were running everywhere for the first few minutes. They didn't know where I was. Full forward was running out, the corner forward was running in. It was very hard to know which man to take or who was taking what man coming. But we seemed to get a grip in the middle of the field, and thankfully it went our way. Thank you.
Congrats again, Martin. Now I call in Aidan Cannell. Aidan, to say that when you send them out onto the field there, it all depends on the lads who go out. But in the background, that has to be work done.
Well, we've done a lot of preparation for this because from the disappointment of last year and previous years, we felt that if we didn't do something this year, then it'd be years ahead before anything would come our part of the country. So we've done a lot of preparation, even though it mightn't have appeared that way under those slippery conditions. But we had prepared for man-to-man marking, tight marking throughout the game, not for 10 minutes. We knew they were going to run at us from an early stage. We went out with that in mind. We knew what to expect. So good, hopefully or thankfully on the day, the thing came right for us in the end.
And you're all off now to do some celebrating.
Well, I'm sure they will, yeah. But there'll be plenty of celebrations because trophies haven't come our part of the country, as I say, in a while, and when they do come, they're more than welcome.
Martin and Aidan, Guramahagat for coming up to talk to us. The Cavan Gaels crew with me now, Paul Kinsella. Paul, I suppose disappointment would be the name of the game now.
Disappointment, surely, but disappointed the way we played. I mean, we don't say we don't mind losing, but when you lose, when you don't play well, it's twice as hard to take because we knew we had the game there for the take, and even though we didn't play well, we still had chances there to win it. But taking nothing away from St Killians, they came here, they've done their job, and fair play to them to come out with a win.
Conditions weren't good.
No, not good. They were very greasy. The ball didn't suit us really. We were inclined to be somewhat individuals, and we like to run with the ball and move with the ball, and today it just didn't happen. And I think maybe St Killians adapted to the conditions better, knocked the ball in early and accurately into the forward line, and that's where they got most of the scores. And really, we fouled a bit much, maybe our midfield and half-backs, maybe just inclined to foul a little bit on the greasy conditions, and we were getting caught the whole time. But they capitalised on the chances and took them.
Paul, thanks. It's hard to come up to talk in front of the camera when you're just after losing a final. I call in the captain, Jonathan Graham. Jonathan, who's known as Johnny. It's a hard pill to swallow, Johnny.
Oh, it is, because we were coming here. We thought we had enough preparations and enough players, individuals, even though they are individuals, we can play well together to win this game, and we really wanted to win it. But today didn't suit us. St Killians, I think, wanted it a wee bit more than we wanted it, and they came out with the win.
The hunger to win was there with them.
Yeah, they were far hungrier than us. I think we were a bit too complacent. We were looking to play football a bit much, and we overdid it more than we should have, especially with the conditions that were there. We should have let the ball on a bit faster, but not taking away from St Killians. They adapted, and they proved they were the better team on the day.
And it takes a great captain, a great losing captain, to come up and face the music. Johnny, thanks. I think you said that you'd be here next year cheering on the younger lads. That must mean that you're going out of this age group now.
I am. I've been around this age group for a long time now, and people are saying to me the past few years, I didn't think you were on the edge, but thank God this is the last year, so I'll be up supporting the younger lads. I'd like to see them doing well, just as well as we done, and hopefully
doing the business for the seniors as well.
Oh yeah, well, we have another few years left of me for senior yet, so I'll be there.
Thanks, Johnny. Joe O'Connor. Joe is sporting a Cavan Gaels t-shirt. He's discarded that Mayo jersey that he was sporting right through the game. Joe, after a lot of hard work and a lot of preparation, it all comes to nil.
That's right, Tommy. It's on the day we didn't play that well. The conditions didn't suit us, and the Killians adapted far better than we did. But fair play to them on the day. They performed better, and the midfield battle, I think they won it. Tomas Gormley was unfortunate last week. He dislocated his shoulder, and we didn't think he would play. But he played, but he was conscious that that shoulder was at him, and he didn't play well. And Tomas has been one of our stalwarts there at midfield for the last while, so he was a very big loss. But having said that, this club has been around since 1957, I think, a bit before my time. But we'll rise again. Unlike Johnny, my senior days are coming to an end. Johnny and Paul and the rest of the boys have poked the talent, and hopefully we'll be back here again, and we'll give a good account of ourselves anytime we come to Breffni Park. Unfortunately, today wasn't our day. It was Killian's day, but as I said, we'll rise again. I have a young lad here, and hopefully he'll be sporting the Gaels colours in years to come.
Joe O'Connor, thanks for coming up to talk to me, and sure, all you can do is keep the blue flag flying.
That's all, Tommy. Whether it be the blue of Gaels or the blue of Cavan, hopefully Mayo will qualify from Connacht, and Cavan will qualify from Ulster, and there could be a row in our house to see which flags we put up. But football is great for me. It's great for me to get involved with the youngsters, and I love it.
Well, if you don't put up a blue and white flag, you'll be getting a free transfer. Joe, good luck.
Thanks very much, Tommy.
So from Breffni Park in Cavan, we'll say Slán agus Connacht go léir.